What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and happy Father's Day, and I hope you are of course spending time with your father. And today's video I'll be of course ranking Ninjago dads worst to best, since today is of course Father's Day. Now I already did a video similar to of course Mother's Day with Ninjago moms, but in this video I'll be of course ranking Ninjago dads for Father's Day. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, starting off with the list, we of course got Garmadon. Now, Garmadon, of course, started off as, as a villain and didn't care for his son Lloyd until he had a change of heart during Season 1. And he progressed during, of course, the franchise and, of course, cared and supported Lloyd until he became evil and got resurrected and didn't care much as his son. But later, of course, he became good once again and, of course, reconsidered and reconnect with his, of course, son, Lloyd. Now, I don't know if I should put Garmadon in the worst or in the best. So, as of right now, I'm gonna say Garmadon is in between, but I'm more likely leaning towards best than, of course, worst, because I don't think Garmadon is not the worst Ninjago parent or Ninjago dad out there. But speaking of worst, let's talk about Dr. Julian. Now, to be honest, Dr. Julian as a character, I especially, I think he's an okay character. But character-wise, I don't like it, to be honest. I think Dr. Julian, of course, doesn't care about Zane. And, yeah, I mean, he does like Zane because he built Zane to protect those who can't protect themselves. But, he abandoned, his son a bunch of times. Only once, but yeah, I don't want to be like Dr. Julian at all. I'm sorry I'm dissing him, but if you are a supporter of Dr. Julian, yeah, then go ahead. But he's also a good character, so I'm leaning towards, of course, being worse, but he's in between best and worst Ninjago dad. And let's talk about Sora's dad, because Sora's dad is kind of a dick. That's pretty much it. I kind of, hate him at this point. I hate Sora's dad. Mostly just Sora's parents in general. I kind of hate them. Moving on to, of course, Cyrus Borg, which I kind of like Cyrus Borg, because Cyrus Borg is a great addition to, of course, Help the Ninjas, who's, of course, the father of Pixel. So yeah, I really like Cyrus Borg's character. I think he's good. So yeah. Now, let's skip some of the good dads with the bad guy dads. Starting off with, of course, Chen. Now, Chen used his daughter, Skylar, to, of course, trap the ninjas and steal their elemental powers. To be honest, he is a bad guy, but I kind of like Chen's personality. I really like his tone. And I'm leaning towards him as being a good dad. Even though he done some bad stuff in the past, like with Garmadon stuff, I kind of like his character. Especially, he's in the best season yet, Tournament of Elements. Firstly, mine's and probably your favorite season as well. Now, let's of course talk about Vangelis. Now, King Vangelis, of course, the ruler of Shintaro at the time, he's okay, I guess, as an Ninjago dad, with, of course, Princess Vanya. But that's pretty much it about King Vangelis. He's not really an important Ninjago dad, so he's something, I guess. But let's move back to, of course, the good Ninjago characters. Like, for example, King Trimar, who's, of course, Kalmar's dad. Now, Trimar got killed by his son, which that is very rude of him. I think he was a good dad, so I'm gonna respect him and put him in, of course, the good list with the other Ninjago dads. Speaking of being good, let's talk about Emperor Lebo, who's, of course, the father of Beatrix and Zeatrix. Now, of course, Beatrix did end up killing, his dad. So that's pretty mean. So also I'm gonna put him like probably good, maybe meh, I guess, because he's not really an important Ninjago dad. So yeah. But let's shift forward to the notable dads, starting of course with Cliff Gordon, not Fritz Donovan. He's the of course the character, but let's talk about Cliff Gordon. Now he's basically, like Garmadon, he abandoned his actual son his bio, son Jay, and of course leaves him into of course to his adopted dad Ed, which we'll talk about in a moment. But Cliff Gordon, he's like of course his wife Libby, so he's probably bad. I mean, yeah, pretty much I guess. But speaking of Ed, let's talk about Ed. Now, I really like Ed. He's a very great character, and he takes care of Jay better than, of course, Cliff Gordon. I especially love in Season 7 how he made a present for Jay, which was the Desert Lightning, which it is a pretty awesome set, to be honest. So, yeah. But let's talk about Lou, who's, of course, Cole's dad. Now, when we first introduced to, of course, Lou, he didn't care about his son at all, but until the end of the episode, when, of course, Cole achieved his true potential, his dad started to like him, and I love that huge progress of him. So, from not caring about his son to, of course, caring about his son. So, good for him. So, he's, of course, in the good list. Now let's talk about an old dad, a very old dad. That being, of course, the FSM, the first Ninjitsu Master. Now, many people say that he's a good father. Some people say he's bad. And to be honest, why would you diss, of course, the man who created Ninjago and the other realms? I mean, why would you diss one of the biggest gods, being the first Ninjitsu Master, the father of Garmadon and Wu, who's of course Garmadon had his own son, Lloyd, which means that you're disrespecting Lloyd's grandfather, the first Ninjitsu Master. So I think he's of course a good father. Maybe a bit bad, but he's an okay father. But finally, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite Ninjago dads that you weren't expecting. Maybe you did, but yeah. That of course being Ray. Now, I really love Ray's character, and he's of course the father of course Kai. My favorite moment of all time with Ray is definitely his moments with Kai playing Prime Empire. Those were of course the best moments of Ray. And I really like Ray's character. Let's hope they bring back Ray in, of course, Dragon's Rising. But yeah, that's all of course, some Ninjago dads, worst to best. But what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Comment them down below. And of course, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And of course, happy Father's Day. But until then, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications whenever I post a brand new video. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!